Star Trek Into Darkness came out 2013 to positive reviews from the public and mixed to positive from the nerds. Oh yeah, just quickly, spoilers. I want to address this right out the bat. I know, it wasn't Khan, but it was Khan. Who cares? If you've all got problems with it, there's a comic that explains it all, but I can honestly say that Benedict Cumberbatch's performance far outweighs any problems that I never had with Khan being recasted or whatever. Star Trek Into Darkness, like any J.J. Abrams movie, kicks off with a bang. Instantly, we're placed in a new environment, and we see Kirk and Bones trying to outrun a bunch of natives in a weird forest. And through craftiness, jumping off a cliff, they get back onto the Enterprise, which we find submerged underwater with some fish. From there, we learn that the crew are trying to stop a volcano from erupting and wiping out the primitive civilization. Spock basically goes into the volcano and, with some effort, stops it from erupting. Basically, because of this event, Kirk loses the Enterprise to Bruce Greenwood. This all basically sets up for a much more personal film, with Kirk struggling to figure out how to be a part of a team and Spock trying to decide between regulations and his crew. And once again, Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto nail it. They really play their respective parts well, and each works perfectly as a foil to the other. I'm not really sure how much more can be said about them. They're both great, but are they as great as Benedict Cumberbatch? The newcomer to the franchise, Benedict Cumbercrash plays John Harrison, who basically wages a one-man war against Starfleet, kills Bruce Greenwood, and makes RoboCop angry. Oh yeah, RoboCop is in this film. And, spoilers, he's the baddie. RoboCop sends the Enterprise, with Kirk back at the helm, to go launch some super stealth missiles at John Harrison while he's on Kronos, the home of the Klingons, that will also disable the Enterprise and probably start a war with the Klingons. Kirk instead decides to go down and take John Harrison alive, and when they get him on the ship, John Harrison mentions that they should open the torpedoes, and when they do, they find people inside. After they've found these people, Benedict Cucumber basically brings his A-game with acting, and reveals that he's Khan, and that RoboCop wanted to start a war. Around this point, RoboCop arrives and tries to grab Khan, but the Enterprise beams away. That's what it is, right? Beam me away, Enterprise? That's the famous quote? Cool. Anyway, because the Enterprise was so heavily damaged, they get knocked out of warp by RoboCop and... Wait a second. Is that another R2? JJ, you're cheeky, mate. So RoboCop catches them and is about to blow them up when Scotty refused to be on the Enterprise with the unknown torpedoes and did a whole subplot thing. Yeah. Scotty temporarily stops RoboCop and buys the Enterprise some time. Anyway, Kirk and Khan do the sick space jump onto RoboCop's ship. Oh, by the way, this is probably the coolest scene of the movie. And they get to RoboCop. So when they get to RoboCop, Khan crushes his head and takes Kirk captive. He then gives Spock an ultimatum. Give me my crew or I'll crack Kirk over me knee, mate. But luckily, Spock talked to Spock earlier and has a plan. Basically, he switches out the people in the missiles with bombs and blows Khan up. Unfortunately, all is not well. The Enterprise gets pulled back towards Earth and has no power. Kirk goes in to fix the warp core, manages to get it fixed, then dies. And things are sad, people are sad, everything's sad. But then Khan is back! Khan crashes his ship into San Francisco, probably trying to kill a bunch of Starfleet blokes, and runs like a madman. But Spock has other ideas. Spock catches him and, with the help of Uhura, manages to knock him out and take his blood. They use the blood to revive Kirk and everything is good again. But there's probably going to be a war now. I mean, come on, they killed a bunch of Klingons. Anyway, although it's a bit contrived that the magic blood gets to bring Kirk back, this movie is great. J.J. Abrams manages once again to combine his adventurous style with a good story, and once again, the cast all bring their best and all work well together. However, newcomer Benedict Cumberbatch slots in beautifully, stealing any scene he's in and bringing a terrific performance to contrast and challenge the already established characters. While I would say that the story of the 2009 entry is a little more original and engaging, I still hold that Into Darkness is a compelling movie with heart that holds its own easily as one of the better films of 2013. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can check back and see some of my older reviews here. And if you want to see more, you can click subscribe, and I should be uploading more every week. Next week, I'll do a review for Star Trek Beyond, because I'll be seeing it on Wednesday night. And hopefully it's good. The last two were. Anyway. But yeah. Have a great day. Jay Grizzle, out!